Have you ever been on a plane, looked out the window, seen nothing but clouds below you, and thought, wow, we are aggressively avoiding the weather? Because let's be honest, if clouds are so soft and fluffy, why are we flying over them instead of gently plowing through like a sky marshmallow? Is it just for the view? Is it some secret pilot tradition? Or is the plane trying to escape something it refuses to talk about? Well, buckle up, preferably before the seatbelt sign dings at you, because today we're clearing the clouds of confusion. I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, why do jet planes fly above the clouds? Right here on Explaining Everything. At first glance, flying above the clouds might seem like an aesthetic choice. After all, nothing says main character energy like cruising above a glowing blanket of clouds during sunrise. But in reality, jet planes typically cruise between 30,000 and 40,000 feet for convenience. The air up there is thinner, calmer, and far less chaotic than what's happening closer to the ground. Most clouds, and the weather tantrums that come with them, form at much lower altitudes. Rain, snow, turbulence, and storms all like to hang out where the air is warmer and thicker. Jets, meanwhile, prefer peace, quiet, and a predictable atmosphere that doesn't randomly decide to shake the cabin like it's auditioning for a maraca commercial. Flying above the clouds allows jets to avoid most weather-related disturbances, making flights smoother, safer, and more efficient. So no, pilots aren't trying to be dramatic. They're just choosing the least annoying layer of the sky. Here's where things get extra clever. At high altitudes, the air is thinner, which sounds scary until you realize jet engines absolutely love that. Thinner air creates less aerodynamic drag, meaning the plane doesn't have to fight as much resistance while moving forward. This allows jets to cruise faster while burning less fuel. It's the aviation equivalent of walking through an empty hallway instead of a crowded mall during a sale. Jet engines are specifically engineered to operate efficiently at these altitudes. They compress incoming air before combustion, so even though the atmosphere is thinner, the engines still get exactly what they need to function properly. Engineers thought this through very thoroughly. Then there's turbulence. Inside clouds, air moves unpredictably, up, down, sideways, and occasionally like it just had too much coffee. Above the cloud layer, the air tends to be more stable, reducing the chances of those sudden drops that make everyone clutch their armrests and rethink their life choices. In short, flying higher means less fuel use, fewer bumps, and a much calmer ride. It's not about being fancy, it's about being smart. Here's a fun fact. The sky is not the free-for-all it looks like. It's carefully organized. Commercial jets are assigned specific cruising altitudes by air traffic control to keep aircraft safely separated. Planes flying in opposite directions usually fly at different altitude levels, which drastically reduces the risk of close encounters that would definitely make the news. Another little-known detail is that once a jet reaches cruising altitude, staying there is far more efficient than constantly climbing and descending. Every altitude change costs fuel, time, and patience. So staying above the clouds lets planes maintain a steady rhythm, like finding your pace on a treadmill and refusing to touch the buttons ever again. Flying higher also reduces the risk of bird strikes, since birds strongly prefer altitudes far lower than cruising jets. On top of that, the cold temperatures at high altitude help engines operate within optimal limits and reduce overheating stress during long flights. And those white streaks you see behind planes, contrails, form more easily in cold, thin air, which just happens to be exactly where jets like to cruise. And yes, while lightning can strike planes without causing serious harm, avoiding storm clouds altogether is still the preferred strategy. It turns out technically safe is not the same as pleasant. Above the clouds, the atmosphere behaves itself. Below them, it's a reality show. Jet planes fly above the clouds because that's where the sky is smoother, calmer, and more predictable. It reduces turbulence, improves fuel efficiency, helps engines perform better, avoids most weather hazards, and keeps air traffic safely organized. Clouds may look soft and dreamy from above, but inside them is where chaos lives. Jets don't fly high for drama or aesthetics. They do it because it's safer, smarter, and far less annoying. So the next time you're gazing down at a sea of clouds, just remember, you're not missing out. You're cruising above the nonsense. And honestly, that's the best place to be. Because if planes flew inside the clouds, the seatbelt sign would just give up and stay on forever. Before we descend back into the cloud-filled chaos of everyday life, if this video helped clear the skies of confusion, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more smooth, turbulence-free explanations. Your support helps this channel keep cruising at altitude. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.